Hi guys, my name is Ben Guilford. I'm the owner of the Firebrick Company, and in this video, I'm going to give you a quick overview of our P85 PreCast Oven Kit. So the purpose of this video is to walk you through everything you get in our P85 PreCast Oven Kit, but also to show you how it goes together. If you enjoy this video, you'll find that there's actually a very detailed series of building videos that follow it. So if you do enjoy this video and you're thinking maybe the P85 is the oven for you, then buckle up, because there's about 3.5 hours of detailed videos that you can watch where I walk you through the entire process of building the oven from start to finish. But in this video, I just want to unbox one of our P85s for you and show you what you get. Now, before we get into the nitty-gritty of exactly what is in the P85 PreCast Oven Kit, just a couple of general things to know. First is that all of our wood-fired ovens come with a 7-year warranty, so you can rest assured that it's going to stand the test of time. They're also UL certified, so if you're in North America or Canada and you're wanting to build the oven indoors or really close to your home, you'll need UL certification, and we've got that covered for you. And the final thing to be aware of is our customer support. A project like this, there's a bit to it, and you need to know that we are here to back you up. So if you have any questions, we want you to pick up the phone and call us, and our team will be really happy to help you. But not just for 8 hours a day. We offer customer support Monday to Friday for 16 hours per day, because we have a team in Australia handling customer support. We also have a team in North America. Okay, so wherever you are in the world, you can call a local number and you'll be able to get through to our team in the US or our team in Australia, and all of those guys are going to be super happy to help you with your questions. The last thing we really want you to know before we crack this thing open is that it is made in Australia. So we're really proud to be manufacturers, not just importers. We make things, and we love doing that. I'm an engineer. I have double degree in mechanical and aerospace engineering, and I love working with my hands. I love making things. And so that's what we do. We manufacture these ovens here. We pour the castings, we weld the door. We make as much as we possibly can right here in our factory complex. So when you buy one of our wood-fired ovens, wherever you are in the world, know that you're buying an Australian-made product and you're buying it directly from us. We don't use resellers. So wherever you are, you'll be dealing with either directly the parent company in Australia, or if you're overseas, you'll be dealing with one of our sister companies, which are all owned and managed directly by us. Okay, so without further ado, let's unpack a P85. Right, if you are in Australia, you will be receiving a kit looking just like this. It's heavily wrapped, but it's also strapped. So we've sent thousands of these around Australia just like this with absolutely no issues. If, however, you did receive your kit and find something damaged, we will replace that for you, so please don't worry about that. If you're overseas, if you're in America, Canada, Europe, UK, New Zealand, somewhere that's not Australia, you will be receiving a kit that looks like this. This is a heavy-duty plywood crate that we manufacture right here. It's actually made to ridiculous tolerances. I think it's 0.01 millimeter tolerances on the crate. And so this is what you'll be getting, and this is what I'm going to be unboxing for you today. So let's get into it. If you picked up your kit from our warehouse or from one of our depots around the world, you may be wondering, well, how am I going to get that out of the trailer when I get home? The answer is unbox it. Okay, you don't need to lift it off in one piece, just open it up and unpack it. What you'll find is the heaviest part of the kit is easily manageable with 2 people. So to unpack the export crate, you just need some gloves and either a pry bar or a large screwdriver. Right, so taking these clips off is nice and simple. Just get under one edge and pop it off, and they pop off with quite a charming sound. Okay, you can equally use a screwdriver. It's the same process. Just get underneath it, winkle it off, and repeat for the entire crate. Once you open the crate, you're going to find how well packed everything is. It's super snug in there, and we designed it exactly that way so that it reaches you in one piece. So here we are with a fully unboxed P85 PreCast Oven Kit. And as you can see, it includes a lot. We get asked really regularly, oh, what's in the kit? And often I'll say something like, It's actually easier to tell you what's not in the kit, and I'll tell you that right now. There's only a few things that you'll need to get locally to build your P85 precast oven, because we're providing you with everything. There is a small list that you'll need to get locally. You'll need some washed sand, some Portland cement, so ordinary building cement, and some hydrated lime, also known as slaked lime or builder's lime, and a roll of aluminium foil. Everything else is in the kit for you. You just need to assemble it. So let's go through the kit, and we'll go through it in the order of the materials as you use them. And as we do that, I'll show you how it all goes together. The first step in building your P85 precast oven kit will be to cut out and lay the calcium silicate board that comes with your kit. To cut the board to size, you'll need to use the paper templates that are provided with the kit. So unroll those, cut out the template and pin it onto the board using the thumbtacks that we provide. And once you've done that, get your jigsaw and just cut following the lines to cut out the calcium silicate into the correct shape. Once you've got the shape cut out, you place it on your stand, and then you're ready for laying your floor tiles. The reason we use calcium silicate board as the first layer that goes down is this is the insulation layer that's stopping the heat in your floor tiles from escaping into your oven stand, where it would then disperse into the air and be lost forever. So this is one of the most important parts of the oven, is this insulation layer. So these are the floor tiles for your P85 precast oven kit. And as you can see, they're all cut to size for you, ready to lay. All you need to do is soak them in water. While they're soaking, you can cover the calcium silicate board with aluminium foil and pin that down, again, using the thumbtacks that we provide you in the kit. Once you've got the foil pinned down onto the calcil board, you can mortar these tiles down and get them nice, flat and level using the refractory mortar that we provide. Now we come to a really exciting part of the build, and that is landing your precast dome sections. Okay, now we manufacture these here in our Melbourne factory complex, and we are super proud of that. I'll talk more about that in the detailed videos later, but landing these is really easy. You need help. It is a two-person process. So you'll put some of the refractory mortar that's provided down on the floor tiles, land your castings on that mortar, and then you're done and you're on to the next step. The next step in building your oven is to grab this guy. This is a piece of fiberglass that we've made into the exact dome shape of the inside of the P85. And that's so that you can pour the keystone in the top of the dome. Some people have asked us, well, wait, why don't you cast a plug that we can just drop into that hole, like some manufacturers that they've seen elsewhere? The reason we don't do that is when you land your castings, you might put them in slightly differently to the next person by a few millimeters, a few thou even. And if that's you, you might find that if you were to use a pre-made plug, it might not actually fit very well, and it wouldn't necessarily give you a nice smooth finish on the inside of the dome. Enter the fiberglass mold. Okay, you're going to prop this up on the inside of the dome with your car jack, all right, and then pour the keystone using the refractory castable that's provided in the kit. That will make the perfect keystone for your oven. Once you've poured the keystone for the dome, the next step will be to seal the joints in the dome. We do that using a refractory mortar that's provided in the kit, and you'll do a bandage of refractory mortar over each of those joints to seal them up. So with the dome built, it's now time to build the brick arch for the mouth of the oven. This is a very satisfying part of the process because we put a lot of effort into it for you. So all the bricks are already cut to size, ready to lay. You also have CNC machined formwork that we make here on our big CNC milling machine to lay the bricks over. And one of the things that you'll find on the formwork is there are actually markings showing you exactly where to put all of your brick joints so that you keep these columns nice and level as you lay the bricks. Okay, now we also give you some plastic strips. These are included in the kit, and these are actually for putting underneath the timber formwork so that once you've laid the arch, And later on, everything is set and you're ready to remove the formwork. You just pull your plastic strips out, the formwork will lower down by a few millimeters, and then you can easily slide it out. So now that you have your vent arch laid, so your beautiful brickwork is laid, it's time to install the precast flue gallery. This is the signature of our wood-fired ovens, is this flue gallery. And it's made here in Melbourne by us, another one of our castings, and I think it's beautiful. It's a lovely way to finish off that arch. So it looks good, but it also works well. And as an engineer, that's kind of what I'm interested in. It's nice if it looks good, but I'm more interested in it working well. And it does. First part of the design is that instead of just being a small hole in the arch is actually open all the way across. So it's a big smoke chamber that gathers all the smoke into a stainless steel flue. Hiding under this stainless steel washer here, there's actually a ceramic fiber rope. This is providing an expansion joint to the flue. The flue is going to expand and contract quite significantly as it heats and cools. So we need to allow for that expansion, but we also want to hold it tight because we don't want the flue to fall over while you're using it. And that's where this ceramic fiber gasket comes in. Okay, and this is here to make it look pretty. All right, so that's your flue gallery, and you're going to mortar that down on top of your brickwork, again using the refractory mortar that's provided. With the dome of the oven built and the entry arch and flue gallery in place, it's time to insulate the oven dome. And for that, we're going to use ceramic fiber blanket. So we use calcium silicate board under the floor to stop heat escaping from the floor. We want to use ceramic fiber blanket over the dome because we need something that's soft and flexible and will mold to the curve of the dome. So in your kit, you'll have enough ceramic fiber blanket to give you 2 full layers over the dome for a total coverage of 50 millimeters or 2 inches. Something you'll find inside the oven door box of your kit is this green plastic bundle. And you're like, what are these for? This is actually to help you installing the ceramic fiber blanket. The blanket is quite itchy. It's quite fibrous material. Doesn't have any asbestos in it, but it's unpleasant on your skin. So we thought it would be nice to give you some gloves that will protect not just your hands, but your entire arms. These are vet exam gloves. They go all the way up to your shoulder and loop over your head, and they'll protect your entire arm while you're putting the ceramic fiber blanket on. I know I look ridiculous, but I won't have itchy arms at the end of installing the ceramic fiber blanket. So these are really worthwhile. Make sure you use these when you're putting your ceramic fiber blanket on. With the ceramic fiber blanket in place, you need to lash it down. Okay, and so we're giving you tie wire and these extra large nails to do that with. You'll hammer the nails into the calcium silicate board around the perimeter of the dome, and that gives you hitching points that you can use to tie the blanket down using this tie wire. Once you've got the blanket lashed down with the tie wire, you're then going to get your roll of chicken wire, okay? And this is there to further tie the blanket down, but also to give you reinforcing for your lightweight insulating render layer, which is one of the final steps of building the oven. Our ceramic fiber blanket insulation is on. Now we need to protect that insulation for the long term. And for that, we use a nice thick layer of lightweight insulating render. To make that render, we're going to use perlite. This is a treated perlite. It's made in Australia, and it's specifically designed for making lightweight concrete. It's not for use in hydroponics. Okay, so this is custom designed for this application. You're going to mix the perlite with sand, lime and cement, and then apply it over the dome of the oven to build up a nice thick shell of render that you can actually stand on. Once it's set, it'll be so strong you can stand on it. Now you might look at this process and think, how is he getting that shape so round? That is where this float comes in. You're going to find one of these in your oven door box. Okay, it's a piece of polystyrene marked float. Please don't throw it out. It does look a little bit like packaging material, but it's not, because it has a very special curve cut into the inside face here. And the idea of that is that it is the curve of the dome. So when you're applying the perlite render, you use the float to help you shape that wet render, and it will give you a beautiful smooth finish over the dome of your oven. Something that is included in all of our oven kits is a beautiful stainless steel door. That's made by us, laser cutting's done locally. We get those parts here and we weld them, then we paint the door in a high temperature spray paint and assemble it with these beautiful hardwood handles and these CNC machined ringlets just to finish it all off. It also includes a high temperature gauge, goes up to 550 Celsius. Okay, so this can be used in a variety of ways. You can take it and put it all the way into the oven to seal the chamber, shutting the oven down for the evening, say, or using it to bake bread and keep all that steam in there. You can also use it to regulate airflow into the oven by positioning it in front of the oven mouth, leaving a gap around it to let fresh air flow in while directing all of the smoke up the chimney. Your oven's basically built. Now it's just time to do the finishing touches. Before you do any finishing touches, you need to cure the oven. We have a whole video that walks you through that process of how to cure it. So make sure when you get to that point, cure your oven, get it nice and dry. But once it's dry, you're going to seal the dome with 2 coats of roll-on render that's provided in your kit. If you're in Australia, we have a range of colors that you can choose from when you place your order. If you're overseas, you're going to get white in your kit, and that can then be rolled over with another color of a similar product that you can buy locally, and we'll point you in the direction of that product. One of the last things that you put onto the oven, if you've opted for it, is some high temperature spray paint on the flue gallery. If you're in Australia, this is an optional extra. If you're overseas, we do pack this into every kit because we can't ship it to you after the fact as it's an aerosol can. All right, this makes the flue gallery really pop against the buff tan color of the bricks. So this might be an option if you're in Australia that you might like. But get your oven cured and then you can mask it up and hit it with this. The last part of the kit is the stainless steel flue and cowling. So if you're building your oven outdoors, out in the open, this is going to be perfect for you. You simply sleeve that onto the flue gallery and your oven is ready to fire. Now, if you're building your oven undercover, as many of our customers do, is something that we recommend, you'll need to speak to a local plumber to supply and install a compliant flue system. So there you have it. That's our P85 PreCast Oven Kit. We do have a range of optional extras available to you. So if you'd like to know more about those, please ask our team when you reach out to us. And if you found this video interesting and you want to see more, we got you covered. So we have 3.5 hours of detailed videos that you can watch. They're freely available right now on our website, on our YouTube channel. So jump on there and you can watch the entire building process of a P85 from start to finish and see if it's the kind of thing that you're interested in. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have any questions at all, please do not hesitate to pick up the phone and call us. My team work really hard on customer support. We're available 16 hours a day, Monday to Friday. So please reach out, just pick up the phone, give us a call or send us an email and we'll be really happy to help you.